Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Vinny's Take as I'm going to talk about the NFL playoffs for the divisional round. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate both Bill Cowher and Jimmy Johnson on being elected to the Hall of Fame. A little bit different way they're doing it this year, having the announcements made live on television, and it's probably because those two men work for CBS and Fox, I know, but you know what? Good for them. Congratulations. Yes, there are plenty of guys out there who deserve to go in the Hall of Fame. I've seen all the arguments, and I'm going to be the first to tell you that I'm definitely a fan of the Hall of Fame, but I think it's a shame that Steve Tasker didn't get in his final year of eligibility. Now he's got to wait till he's a senior. And the way the Hall of Fame is done perhaps needs to be tweaked. Steve Tasker, predominantly a special teamer, but that's just my opinion. I could have a whole nother take on that, and maybe I will. Now, the first couple games, Saturday's playoffs. Unfortunately for my baby girl, my little Lorelei, both teams that she likes, the purple teams, fell and have been eliminated from playoff contention. But yesterday was really about domination. Weekly text message alert. It was more about domination, and that domination being the San Francisco defense and Derrick Henry. Everybody had crowned Baltimore champions. They thought they were the best team in the league, and perhaps they were in the regular season. But now Lamar Jackson's going to have to spend the whole offseason answering questions. Is the similar questions that Peyton Manning had to answer during his career. Is he just a regular season phenom? And he can't get it done in the playoffs. As far as the 49ers go, offensively, nothing really stands out. There was that nice touchdown pass early on. Jimmy Garoppolo played a good game, but it was their defense, really, other than letting up the big touchdown to Stephon Diggs. The big defense by the 49ers prevailed, and they will host the AFC title game. On to today's games. First and foremost, what a game in Kansas City. Who expected Houston to get up 24-0 and then collapse? Have we seen that from a Houston franchise before? Have we? Perhaps 91 through 93, where they had big leads on Denver, Buffalo, and Kansas City, and the biggest lead on Buffalo, and it collapsed? I think so. Well, you can't see the Bills logo on this. There we go. So, Houston collapses. Pat Mahomes comes out, lights out, throws 4 touchdowns in the second quarter, matching Doug Williams from Super Bowl 22. And the Kansas City Chiefs get 51 points to win 51-31 and advance to their second straight AFC championship. And for the first time ever, the AFC or AFL championship game will be played in Kansas City. Remember, in 62... Well, you might not remember, but in 1962 they played the Houston Oilers in Dallas, but they were the Dallas Texans then. So since they moved to Kansas City, they've been in the championship game in 66. They played it in Buffalo, 92 in Buffalo, and last year, in 69 in Oakland, 92 in Buffalo, and last year in New England. So this will be the first time Arrowhead is hosting the AFC championship game. But Tennessee coming in, this is a vastly different the power run of Tennessee versus the pass, flash, and dance of Kansas City. I'm picking Kansas City. I think the Chiefs are going to win it and will advance to their third Super Bowl in their team history and first in 50 years. 50 years. Can you believe that? I learned where the camera is like this. This is something new I'm doing. The second game, the Green Bay Packers come out dominating Seattle and then survive a comeback against them to hold on. I hear people are already complaining about that. That should have been fourth down. He was down. It should have been 4th and 1, and they should have tried to make it. Yeah, and in the first quarter, Green Bay had a fumble recovery that they got screwed on. It happens. It's like I said in the game against the Tennessee-New Orleans game. It happens. Get over it. Stop blaming the referees for your team losing. Oops. Just stop it, okay? Doesn't mean we're working on getting better. So Green Bay will go to San Francisco in a rematch of many, many great playoff games from the 90s. And a couple, I think, maybe 10, 11 years ago they met. Kansas City and Kansas City and Tennessee. They played 2 years ago in another great comeback game in which Marcus Mariota threw a touchdown pass to himself, but he won't be playing. The franchise also met in 93, where the Oilers took a big lead on the Chiefs and Joe Montana led a comeback, and the 1962 AFL title game, as I said. I'm going with Green Bay and Kansas City. I would like to see a rematch of Super Bowl one, and I would like to see my son, the Packer fan, get his second championship in his lifetime, but the first one he'll be able to see and enjoy. One quick note about the four teams that are left, the final four: Kansas City, Tennessee, Green Bay, San Francisco. You have four franchises that were not NFL expansion teams. They were formed outside the NFL. We start with Green Bay. In 1919, a year before the NFL even started, Curly Lambeau, with the backing of the Green Bay Acme Meat Packing Company, formed the Acme Meat Packers, later to be shortened to the Green Bay Packers when Lambeau took over, and in 1921 joined the NFL. The San Francisco 49ers were formed as part of the first rival league that the NFL ended up merging with, the AAFC. As part of that, the Western Conference and played in one championship game against the Cleveland Browns, in a league in which Cleveland dominated, and were part of three teams that came over in the merger in 1950, the Cleveland Browns, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Baltimore Colts, but not the Baltimore Colts that are now Indianapolis, a different Baltimore. And last but not least, the two AFL teams, the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs, formed as the original Houston Oilers and Dallas Texans of the AFL. So the NFL will be hosting a championship weekend with four teams they didn't start. That's sports for you. Real quick, championship droughts. In the NFC side, Green Bay 9 years. They won Super Bowl 45. San Francisco 25 years. They last won Super Bowl 24. Or 29. Yeah, 29. Kansas City 50 years. They won Super Bowl 4. And Tennessee Oilers, that was so long ago that they won an AFL championship in 1961. 58 years ago. So anyway, that's my take. It was a great weekend in college football, or in the NFL. We have the college championship tomorrow. I'll try to come back with a couple of takes before then, but until next time, I'm Vinny Vincent. God bless America.